It's a specialist addiction nurse. Where the say.
Nti client be our addiction bia, name it substance, pornography, name it masturbation, name it gambling, any other addiction. I help them.
All these you've mentioned,
yes.
You know, a mental health issue.
A mental health issue.
Okay.
Managing addiction is complex. About addiction, it comes to so many things.
Okay, so what is addiction? Obi Timi, you're addicted to pornography.
Yes. It's not healthy. When you feel guilty and you feel so much resentful, you want to come out of that situation. And then anything available to you will be at your disposal. Obey when you've not learned to know about yourself.
Enti mimbisa say effects no ebi ne den. E mental health is serious.
Now the most serious thing is the age group now mo use substance no. They are the youth. Productive age now you say e was say ye dey adwuma na ye dey ebo mine. Now they are the ones using. So I would like to say that nobody knows tomorrow. Everyone wants to say you have hypertension, but you can't yourself stress level will show to in the brain. Now be a psychologist. Anything in the brain is mental health.
The month of May, you say a hypertension month. Month ya cross so SI a mental health month. Mental health is very important to me because I've been there before. The guy say mrebia na me was sinusitis. I don't know how they call it. Na ehwa na se mitie me ya na ma miti mu hihye me ne ade. Ne se me nko pankrono psychiatry clinic bi. Me wura entrance hwa na me hu papa bi display a o display wo ho no. E na me sign ko fie. Na afei minuanom esre me say obi a ya mama call such a place for evaluation data say my adwene no asaya no. Is that what it means? So we call a psychiatry hospital now mental health department of a hospital na etre say bibi ato chima wo wadwene mu ana e na no pay so me baba ko enyame de ne eche me a person what say me was some level of addiction bia yakoye say addiction no so wa hwe na koye a matter of psychiatry enti ene me the beautiful Madam Mary Ekuyadankwayeboa or a specialist addiction nurse Komfanoche the Department of Psychiatry. Ene menini bedi nkomo ye di nkomo because ye wo mental health month mu ni ye di nkomo because e necessary e o say mental health asem ye can de bia mpo asetrapa proudly sponsored by Veronica Kumasi Denyame best service apartment say mental health we here say therapy no ko baby e ho ofe e ho ye kama say baby a wudru a woni bejo be sresre ni ade Tidi nyina aka ho once a while na wa visit baby to say Veronica no wa be spend the weekend wa ha even the night wa ha enye ti fresh 0200369876 Veronica Kumasi Denyame best service apartment ye obibia wa ha James Spa Salon bar bibia ma asetna comfortable ne luxurious ebi of Veronica Sana Keche clothing ewo Accra International Airport Terminal 2 domestic side on se ukota krade uko sunyane ukota male baby a uko bia no wafa keche no waji shirt for wow and now said the money in your life frekeche ewo 0245115546 Ancora Homes IPTSU yeboa ye to 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5-bedroom tower houses. And then I see ye kama a bonus so that from your flexible payment options. For Ancora Homes, it was 053021776. Between April and June, yes say ye mount 10% discount on a dino a beer to beer. It is a 3-bedroom. Bear $180,000 na ya till so $18,000 umpe we na pede sa na free solar installation yɛma AC free, yɛma heater free, fully furnished kitchen. Kyɛ sɛ deɛ wode bɛkɔ dan no mu ɛyɛ sɛbe honam nneɛma ɛne wo furniture. Biribiara da deɛ da ɛwɔ Ankora Homes. 053021776. Eraba kwenkwen, ɛna me brother be free abrochire aba. Osi foma na ofrɛ me na oso opa abunabunu. Opa light soup. Ɛna afe jollof kakra kyese. Yeye ne kama e de koma ano. The o deliver aduane ne ma ano no ba no na okura wine kama. Oso de damas because enkwan ne so foma na pa yeta. Enkwan na edewu. Enkwan stew bibi apese enye ma obia. Ɛna afe die enkrofo de nimye. Ewiase di nimye. Ye signature eye kwenkwen. Kwenkwen a ya noa ne kama. E kwenkwen abuo mu ni ade de ne ma papa. Fresh tomatoes papa. It's say near my dear aduane e ma ne kwa animu no. Fresh 0244606500. Auntie Mary Equia Dankwa ye boa. Asante din be miensa pa.
The family no kwana say obako.
Oh no, but it's all fine. It's all fine. Mary in May. Bibi aboko.
Nyame adom.
Okay. It's a specialist addiction nurse. Where dear I say
specialist addiction nurse no. Once I say nurses no, you move from one cadre to the other. And first na yeba patient bi ana ehwe no ne ade. But now e pese ye o specializing in we only way mu na be nante. So that you get in-depth knowledge. Utumi research, utumi trauma for ade in that field. And amano no ni sana bebre na ye. Enti na ma omo health no. So top notch no. And sana e pese de ba Ghana. And say no, sana Ghana Health Service Ministry of Health omo de sa partner ba. Say as a nurse, you should have a specialty. How be to deal with those clients alone. And to me, be brave. For now, no me because it's addiction. I deal with only addiction cases. And see, clients be our addiction be name it substance, name it pornography, name it masturbation, name it gambling, any other addictions. No. I help them.
All these you've mentioned,
yes.
You know, a mental health issue.
A mental health issue.
Okay.
And it's part of addiction. Yes, into me share client me assessment, me show omo Johnson to see the number of substances omo used to.
Okay.
I take them through some therapies. Me bo mo free SAS tibia no mo woman no. And managing addiction is complex. It comes with so many things.
Okay, so
yes.
And the focus will be on substance abuse.
Yes.
But me percent count the various addictions.
Okay.
Okay. It's say pornography. Obi timi ye addicted to pornography.
Yes. Yes. So for addictions, there were two types. Okay. So there was substance abuse, no, and there were behavioral addictions, no.
Okay.
And the behavioral addictions in the bar with gambling.
But shopping, the fine.
Behavioral. But I was say you differentiation, no. Maybe why any behavior.
Okay.
And it's not necessarily an addiction. So an addiction, it comes with so many things.
Okay, so what is addiction?
So addiction, it can addiction. So it's
yeah, okay, okay, marry me too.
So it can addiction. Coming to the substance side, you know, it's a chronic
consumption.
Yes, the chronic use of something. Yes. It's a compulsive use of a substance.
Okay.
Despite harmful consequences. So
be use be anu be be amana
akaneho
although nim say esunsun so aso onye
ono ankasa of fame of fasa consequences but still not mean jai enti eno ne mane ye yare no enti say abeda ne yare wo na adwem enye se suban a wesua ato ho but say yare de na adwem a e control no enti ye ntumi nhwa ne te say suban jai there be there were whole protocol I to me follow to me treat it and the pakona no to me turn at the end of the day.
Okay. And that behavioral
no. So it's also an addiction. But with this one, and yes, I will be into your system. You are practicing something over and over again, and then when you want to stop, and as it's bringing you so many consequences, to say, obi or you're gambling, obi to me gamble to the sense, or to me fat the company is car, it's to me call gamble. Or not because they be a police for dinichi, but still now, when you scan say ne, or be sansan call gamble.
Gambling, cha-cha tour, lotto, aviator near the navy.
But betting no. Dear Mafunya, especially the ones that are so handy. I will phone so connect to mobile app and one say what's any transaction. Scanner banks so be good mobile app so you are easily doing that kind of transaction. And
convenient.
Most people see it to be the easiest way of getting rich. And most of the guys don't say so poverty near anything. People don't have so much money. And then that's the easiest way they can get the money. And to me, some 2 to 3 lines. When him said this time here we are met to be saying, or to me bossa,
gig, you know,
or to me a cash it out. And say yes, I need it. But at the long run, it gets into a bad disease state now. And no, just say Uber hospital and Gasama do faster protocols now.
Do they seek for help?
Yes.
And I be almost parents and now almost spouses ne do they willingly come to you guys to say, dear Drew, a Drew I do from Peter Brem to Momoy?
Yes. So with gambling, most times no mama until say police for dinichi or kodi obisika. They say we won't say you're sending a scasso nkosi dine. When one says can of their man obi the scafia butcher brand say on nkosi dine, ebi no or a learned person a bushani. This cannot be seen so. Inte so be is scanama ne wo finance is so mo fan ko ti dan or the scan akoto chacha or the koto yen so so
bre wa abrochire di sika bre wo se fasi dan
so nim say onim adenim dada inte no the shame mo betimi nya twice of the anipa ndi aba no inte we say no be say nipa di nechi amafo kan wasem ebusan for kan wasem tie ya na waba hospital say opemwa obi so ono ma to the extent say why so depressed. Because ni ofe mu no hu se hano enti why so depressed ontumi didi ontumi na says ontumi nya hwe onya the list sika so onya 30 cedis one the same instead of buying food or the better chacha enti wo se nipa na didi obe hu na ne swate ontumi dress it is first no dressing access is na psychological on enti that is also an addiction na to when it gets to that extent obe say parents are talking about it. Nipa no so who say bibi hano. Into can say bra hospital, but who say no so de chiriba. Into I see people like that today.
They seek help when it's too late. So
most times, especially when there's a huge amount of money involved.
And is it within an age bracket, sort of?
Yes, age bracket. And so, for about 2 years, and my clients are many almost with gambling. Almost be 5 and yes, be 5. And age bracket here from 18 years to so less than 30, 18 years to 25.
18 years so almost so.
Yeah, so 18 years to 25. And a bia ne senya story senior sonko story senior sonko. But abidu baby a nipa ntim and as a opese okacha say okasache nipa ne say nya wo ye na enye who say as a wo kan
who feel say also tiase
on tiase on to me tiase because they say better no bibia atesa won adwen on to me
and am patcho pornography no
patcho pornography nso so no so most time pornography moves with masturbation say mema bebre na won say or share pornography no or twe ne bema obetumi de ma be 10 ada na say but still na ne ho mada
onya satisfaction
ne ho ma this say ovia or some masturbate and say ne ho betumi aba the client back to make say betumi here for about hours but me hu betumi ma this say me wie na me koye masturbation and some betumi won say no my richie pipik otherwise it won't say the person gets so depressed obi or sat bianim once they get so depressed until means ended because who saw a different person from the normal human being yes And yes, I know say we nipa what's one man at all dwen oh dwen ho say eh bibi ha me ana girl na me fa na on you attractive enough but a bear one say you can take about 5 different women a best time at the same scenario obviously to me can say ono kra to say we who say a man cramp no who say the sexual part with a man is different from the kind of satisfaction now or person then it becomes something else. And it comes to depression. We say, well, one share, we say, oh, shani pana depression. So they are next suicide in them. Most times, we want to say, pana aku commit suicide. And the stages, one swan non tema, we want to say, aku do sa extreme. And the depression side, na most times, no, it be pure hospital. Na abane say you are depressed. What is bringing the depression? Or static asa, we won't say, attrition your maba. Then we have to deal with that.
Wow. Then phone. Obi betimi you addicted to phone. To say while so ni phone mu a otena se a want. Enye say bi odi bibi bone but he can't live without phone. The phone duma na why depressed. To say bibi ya ye. You get that too?
Yes. So with that one, we don't see it necessarily to be an addiction. It's a behavior learned for a long time.
Okay.
And see, those ones can be unlearned with certain skills, 1, 2, 3B. But other ones, no, you have to take them through so many protocols and what on because you have used your phone for about 20 years. They be a contact will be also. So you've done it for so many years, and I have part and parcel of you. You don't like no phone, you might be having those kind of, but any so severe as somebody who is going through a kind of depression because of a result of consequences of your actions, you know, for you to make an informed decision, say, I want to change. So if you're able to make that decision and change, you are not addicted.
Okay.
But when that is happening and you are still not getting yourself out of it, no matter the counseling you've gone through, no matter the also that's why we say that the person has a problem. It has to be dealt with in the hospital.
And you me addicted to shopping.
Yeah, so that's why I'm still saying that it can be an addiction to be a behavior learned, like a habit or habit no, because we need it. That is a source of happiness and I say something to you. It's not necessarily.
Yes, also the baby papa be cry. Now they shopping just say.
Yes. Most times but it will be a habit that has been learned. Yes, because says kana sometimes you might see but okay, there might be somebody like that. Yes, there might be somebody like that.
We are no any sort. Okay, it's very young mental health. What is mental health? A brebe ni betimi aka say obi mental health ho aka.
It's mental health na a friend a broad spectrum. A nyama bebree and a mental health no. As a mental health I know say engineers today and it's like everything revolves around mental health.
Okay.
To the extent that nutrition revolves around mental health. Hypertension revolves around mental health. Diabetes revolves around mental health. Everything revolves around mental health. And as I say now, yes, stress is mental health. And as I say now, stress is the cause of almost every kind of chronic disease. They say stress is part of hypertension, stress is part of cancer, stress is part of insomnia, stress is part of diabetes, stress is part of almost everything. Asthma, cramp, stress is part of it. So you can see that mental health is not just my body I'm in quotes. There is nothing like that. When we are talking about mental, we are talking about so many things that comes with the mind. The mind controls everything. The one wants to say your blood pressure is being controlled by your brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are worried.
Your blood pressure is controlled by your brain. So it's about the brain. So why are you now saying that brain no strong could be internal? It is mad. No. It can't be seen like that. Oh yeah, they say it's mad. What did not share wiki to him? Obi want to me na anajo. we have mental health issue. Obi a ontimi didi, we have mental health issue. Obi a ontimi concentrate we adwuma, we have mental health issue. Obi a it's like everything we do. Yes.
And also could be
mental health issues. So we can't just focus on just nipa no nam a kwanchen na on sha tadje no. And quite a small percentage of nkrofo am hospital to seek for mental health services.
Okay. Ain't substance abuse. Substance being bina. Offer you consider me say a abuse and now no within which period the DNS so na depa ema ye consider me say a idea ehu asema ehu o se etena se e kan wasem ehwehwe ho solution.
So say substances no are be dose, especially in Ghana. And in Ghana because it's Ghana and something like you can't say substance. You can't say substance abuse and see any mind or mood altering drug. Any mind or mood altering substance.
Okay.
And see substance will be take be alter the way you feel and the way you think is part of the illicit drug.
Best
send your old drink. A best send your feel what think. Meaning a part of those substances. And example and say number 1. Jot. Your number 2. Ebe so ye weed. I'm off of any stuff near general. And also your number 3. Ebe so ye ecstasy. Ebe so say raffinol, red,
tramadol,
codeine. They say codeine. Ube so be okasa benalin. Ntia carbonelin okasa len.
Len is codeine.
Yes. And they say no so baso. Ebe so say D10. Diazepam. Yes, it means to say into pills and their dose. Pills are more for popular. They say they have a dose.
But that's a palm. A year, or here wouldn't you mental a year? You bet prescribe a year more. That's a palm amount. It's running away from one mental health issue. No, or your prescription could lead you into another.
Exactly.
Wow.
So that's not even the only drug. Into that's a palm. Yes, some sort of petidine. And you used in the hospital. You have morphine. Or more sickle cell.
Morphine.
Nim sign. It's most times no. Offer doctor bets me prescribe amount. But after hospital no. Most times they realize that people associate the feeling they got from it in the hospital to obefi cry. And they say doctor nini ha. Me person me have me who queue long queue. No, I some prescribe morphine to me. Me am go to I say. Meet me, I okay. No, I shall say to talk. Morphine is a mood and mind watching thing. It can also start the kind of addiction for you. It's not so a dangerous crime. The band is our opioids now. Morphine and a red are more the same class. And so be no morphine, on him say a different thing, but it is a red now. A different source
morphine is for excruciating pain.
Yes. Tramadol is also for pain. And it's an opioid. So far it's an opioid, it can give you that kind of high. And so if you are taking it above the dosage now, most times the doctor now prescribe I bear 3 days, 2 days as same. Until we want to say obi a use no more than 3 days now doctor na prescribing. So that is something that we call has started what an addiction. And now you can also say process now and drugs now was starting be na a friend addiction. And we are still saying that there are harmful consequences. So there are stages that you go through.
Okay.
You don't just start becoming addicted to a substance. And the first time, let's say, it's a friend progression of the disease. No, when they started saying, most times they start here, curiosity. Mama son share. Me now for call, mama ndi ombechi, ya call ya no, and the cost of sharing. Then man plan is a So that is. You are using this for just experimenting. I say when your DNA a day. The next one, when we say they say no for our first one, you realize that you were able to sleep so well. And see, associated now anytime you are not able to sleep again, you go back to the substance. And then as an example, in the clients me catch me say the first time I'll take you weed. That was in SHS. Was in our SHS 1. Was it Sadano? Or da I'm a Thursday and a Friday. And or sorry, the next day, Saturday we are. And see, anytime on who say we are stressed about to win the piano. No, I then.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
And so that is how he started. And so be our different stories are all can. We can say, oh, what was near AP, near per se, some. Yeah, and you say, oh, person high, but we school, we JHS, intino. The first time, person, they say, we JHS, into this, and excitement, almost so look near dentino. May no be crying now. It will be almost passing on my baby, no me, intino. Not each other, but after some time, you start associating the effect of what you had to the drug. And now you have moved from that stage to a next stage, which is occasional stage. They say anytime now, open substance piano, fat. And now you are taking it, you have increased it a little, but ensure that your problem. And most people are at this stage, we won't say a woman fat, or share that addicted to it. But ebia okoye bibia, obi on no first time on no say, oh yes, so bold to make a side. So we jina nepa bebre mu we ntimi wa shake. Yes. Enti anytime be a problem baby bia no, obekwa kofe bi na wa face nipa no. Enti sande pa no enye se onom no everyday bia but or be bibia na wa kono. Enti
so ye
process there be enye problematic. Enti process ni ma ye defa ebedru 4th stage no. Enti now they say no nipa no sam move free stage na obon say no your friend regular stage, they say no, or using the beer. And they were called test stage. They say regular stage, no. Bon say the weekend beer for partying. When him say Monday to Friday, about could you mind no. But from Friday night to Sunday night, no. Bon say the time no is mostly dedicated to what the substance. Or no sa. And so baby you Monday no. Either say Monday when you hangover, and I say when to mean sorry in time or be juman late. Into most times no. So be besha saying your problem with substance. It starts from his Monday mornings. Most than Monday mornings, that's a watching the film more and change because the weekend no. I have so much packed with what the substance. Until we move it to regular stage. Or to honors for I will not dream. Or dream home a weekend no or some plan you or some sika cool near dear or planning for the weekend no almost as they say no nipa na move from 1 2 stage no to 10 stage they say na still na it was about Monday morning obi an say as a problem be wo no but you ensure that pinpoint the problem with that kind of person as obi abem say Mondays no won shada any unya active sa as a bibi wo no as a problem be wo no but yent me pinpoint say still no ye na juma come into no won't mean can say problem but now the person now moves to the last stage which is the addiction stage and that's the dependent stage no and no say no problems no obi ehu
enti nurse Mary o person o kire say me wodo mi kum eda me bedside na ebia Friday say oh I've had a stressful Friday and now Saturday na me share event bi ma bre ti Sunday me amediko asori ba na mitimi bu ha ebi a half pill kra and I'm for pill na oh na mada
what is Sunday kwana Sunday nkwa enta make us
you want to be for the Friday
enta make
dia that's when you take kakra no wadidi na atrase kakra no achi aho no asahada see ma rest you na do mi kum na fausa
yeah enta make us stages no enti either say what second stage na say what third stage second stage wo wuram kakranka enti first 3 stages no most times I kasa chewa na say one send ya ma ekona one wetime you move free but so ba 4th stage na say ujaya untimi njai ujaya ubon se na ho twetwe onse nyina wo so untimi concentrate untimi na obi ane okasakra na oboefu amanfo kan wasem se as say no why so say baby obi an kan wasem
obi swing hyper kakra
enti obi kra twen wadwen si so say say na asem ho say bibi si san life man count problem be a connected drug no. Why are so guarded on it? It means that you have moved to and I will say, oh, be just our last stage, no, be jaya. Bones and now on start air also. I say, you are not able to concentrate at work. With Juman Swaya Basa, a Juman Swa Upa na Oba. First, now why are so active? We are on but they say, no, you want last thing on your list. And then you are just focused on that. It's stages. Nobody gets to the first stage overnight. Nobody. And it depends on the drug and so how they start you know. Drug beyond and yes, it's cocaine say no. But maybe me actually call last stage, you know, within some few months. But other drugs, you know, it takes maybe some time. It take you some time before you get to last stage now you can. And see drugs in there, it depends on which drug you are using. And then most times so with alcohol and I say obi ono me sapano. Ye mani jai abruptly. I was about hospital. Near the fat and runny a day. Once so jai pet na adane psychologically will be to many seizures because of the timid giant. Will be to many hallucinations. Who say not who say Yaman namne so who say or warning a dinner padani or those things. Yeah. Because why not say be jai? Into 3 days, 2 days, one no be. A best status.
Ain't there a man providing almost say there's a spiritual aspect to it?
Yes. Yes, but those things are all withdrawal symptoms. AF and withdrawal symptoms. It means that when you be for the last 2 days and after 24 hours no, when you be, and I also not only the beer and you know, a flu system.
And I did take the pound of flesh.
Yes, a fan addiction, a fan addiction. In the fan addiction, it's a stages. One rules are stage now, and so. But when you are at that stage. It becomes so, and see a drug like red is the so jaya. Uhuna mina bayoya. Uhuna mina.
To say the bro.
I say bro because a pink low. And then a flu system no. Ubenya so much pain. Ebo on ma obefisa. Ebo on so obenya diarrhea sa. Ni na ye draw us no. Ubenya diarrhea sa. Bon say. Or call washroom, the next time was sound call private, the next time was sound call private, the next time was sound call private. So within some few hours, no. Ne yem, if you say, just because why not you so be gyrated, no. We saw Bonson ne hinimu sons you say, as a wosu, let's say, tears, as on a side, just because on Fabi, and yes, say, a withdraw us no fib. And see, drug beyond senior exhibiting the withdrawals.
And that drug beer so and a substance beer soon said dear symptoms in here.
Yes. Drugs beer. The sense and say a bit more why I come kakrania, but a flu system no man, a bit more hyper. The son I relax no. A be flu system and also be withdrawals are would then be opposite of sir. And most times insanity. And I just want to mean that is the most uncomfortable situation that anyone can describe. It's like you can't explain it to people, and people cannot also understand. But me, I say, Anajo, udum light. I want to mean that. Say,
and professionally, how do we deal with it? A day na wabu biya manachine who free in such situation.
The first thing is. You be assessing the panel. And to make us assessment, a friend screening and assessment, and your tools be one I prescribe that in the medical field. No, the baby saw questions be no answer. After questions now be over answer. No. Then we put you at baby at the first stage is now mentioned. And see, all answer questions in here. Me who say oh first stage, second stage. Say me who say oh last stage. And no, just say a joke too.
Okay.
Yaji watu hono ebema onro most times ensa ne red na meka ho asem omo red horse ne is so dangerous ujane ban so nkofie na wa ma na do bia no njai ensa no ma be serious ntino o se o ma ne o de ne to aduru so
na supervise no
best supervise no na wo hwe na nkasa wo via na ya start business no business and no yes protocol no bo say nyama bebre ye do be fam a friend behavioral therapist. A best answer or near my bebre na ye be shut baby a started ye. Send ye started ye. course no and be how we go to and you be and treating it the same way. And what starting with curiosity, what starting with pain, be why I said you what they need different. What starting with say our bush him, what papa used to be. But say go for baby now our family no, almost use the same substance and also a different way you be treated. And for a number of months, we were hospital continuously for about 4 months. After 4 months, the best time I monthly reviews. Now you know faster therapy sessions, your friend therapy sessions. You better show how to take yourself out of that situation, how you started the use. And there is a reason why anybody smokes. There is a reason. You better watch that reason. If any motivational interview, you better watch that reason. And so watching that reason, then will now help you to what? Deal with that issue without the smoke.
Okay.
Yes, so that when we are able to help you like that, we won't say now. We won't say make her. What's that? So we be going to meet in the hospital for 2 months, or some rehab on maybe for 2 months, or some for 2 months. Or now come to realize make her say na between me and Yama now without the drug. Until me coming for. So most times no. We've trained the free home for some time and in normal environments. We've trained for some time and on kasa come back. We say, intention might be brave. How to say no to drugs. So for how are you going to behave towards them? How you are going to relate to them? How you are going to do your things. And it's a constant monitoring. It won't mean catch any pan say on kosa. Nepa neighbor sessions every time. Oh, shiny panis like you was you were brabum. Sana in the short way.
No. Part of Nepa.
Yes, part of Nepa corner's life. Or ko baby or so kasa me ko ha. Hani bi se bisano say or ko ha de ne be de or Phyllis or be huni ade. Ha ko do na onya challenges or so afraid. And things like yes, so WhatsApp group you're checking on Nepa every time, putting things there every time for the person to know that we are still part of them and all that. Because so many people with substance use won't say what's in the home free. The whole human population
society.
Yes, what's in the way frame because to say enough want to be now only those who smoke. If you're not smoking, you're not my friend. Because me pesa over can't send me out to mutim. Me near imagine send me jai into my advice me. Yes. And because of that, what's in the home? What's in the home? Almost say nyama bebre ko na dream ma on to many obi endi home komo. To get a kind of honest opinion. Until we are there for the person. So it's a whole kind of as a that kind of life, to a different lifestyle. And sometimes it's difficult, but most of clients now we are able to help them. We want to help you to finish your school. That is going to be our motive. Until for the short term, your boy not me school, no, university, we'll help you to finish the school. So that we'll finish school then we still help you to live a life without a drug. Because maybe you are taking the drug because maybe a hostel now one available honor. And I say your girlfriend smokes, so you also want to smoke. Your girlfriend wants to see you high every time before you can have anything with the person. And because of that, you're also using it. And the issues in the doors, but it depends on the client and any needs, Then we draft something for the person and we stick to it.
The sister say substance, as you say we. Yɛde yɛn nneɛma bebree yɛsi baabi wɔ akɔ mu di anwa mo yɛtwi mako ubedi ewie no ahai because ɔmo di wi ɛna watwi gene ne nkyene na ɔmo de tomatoes kakra ato ɛyɛ ɔsɛ mako smoothie na ɔmo de kakra so obi di ni biscuit ɛyi ɔbɛde pɔbɛde sa akɔde ɛyi Ghana ye great musician. Wasi oko ekuro bi so oko pay for me na enema e woso omode bra omunuane ne ade na biscuit bi ka ho oni the manager ndo say the manager de na di kan bai wasi manager de sre or the say angel no wasi was sre say enema bi oye but no omu ade kra ama oye sa no no sa akode dudu who is say ade no no so afa bi ama na afa no say ot stage ni so ene obusa say baby omote no any stage no ot ho no ot stage ni so sound check ni no say a free baby or any co stage in so no how long because who the tin as I did so no can you imagine do I say Jamaica and who say a biscuit be kakra bi omubuwe
a friend brownies
a friend
brownies a friend brownies
truth so be ka brownies a we biscuit
it depends most times no my clients need that information I'm tell my clients yes on make say brownies we on ma or say we be share me freezer monty because fear we honom toffees be honom ma ye di be ye nti no e say we dey e wo be bia te say nwa mo na wo kan e na me family bia e no nom dey obi bia ofi ho
ene wo bobo dam sebe
I won mo dam so and see we are external personal be ubera family man we wan hwe here we na obinya sa
yes say gas bi so ha ye
yes and no so
yes balloon
aye they say nyama na ba bebre and then the underlying reason why most people want to it's not even curiosity. It's not curiosity. They say no. Most of guys, most I would say guys, and I say young men.
No,
so sense of so it's they will tell you stress. They will tell you stress.
18 years or stress in the air.
Ain't stress in there. So the thing is that what I've realized for these few years, they say most of young people don't know how to go through issues. They don't know how to go through issues. There are healthy ways to take yourself out of an issue and still be in it. So the short way I'm making that I can't say when something happens and you are just overwhelmed, we call it journaling. Even from a reflective practice. You can just take a pen and paper, describe how you went through that. Describe it on a pen and paper. That's an easiest way of coming out of a situation.
When you are stressed out,
it bothers you. Overwhelming.
Take a pen and paper and write it.
Write it down.
How you're feeling.
How you're feeling. Not only about the feeling, but the situation you went through. You went through something that is so much for pen and paper, natural to home. Write it down. A better way to say, it's like you are talking to somebody and this one, the person is not judging you. The person is not telling you anything. You are telling your story to.
So you keep writing.
You keep writing. And when you start, it's the most healthiest way who say it's helping so many people, but they've never started doing it. And the shortest way they say, let me just take something to take my mind off. But no. It's rather going to increase your stress level and give you a kind of comfort that you're going to pay for in the near future. And it's a temporary kind of me stressed up. Because I may say girl we pay 1 penny until the disgrace is too much. I can't bear it. I can so somebody will say that
girl are bouncing into
girl are bouncing on people are laughing at the person. On to me faster disgrace him. But there is a way of dealing with that issue in a different way. You can't just say, okay, then because of that I wanted to, because of that or they are doing in a person or take a baby to take him out of that situation.
He is hurt. And he's being mocked,
Yeah. Wow. He just wants to come out of that situation. And that feeling is not healthy. When you feel guilty and you feel so much resentful, you want to come out of that situation. And then anything available to you will be at your disposal. Obey. When you've not learned to know about yourself.
Enti, bisa say effects no ebine den. E mental health is serious. A dear so born in a deba.
And so born in the doors will be free. Into sometimes it's not a therapy sessions na obviously in the baba. Sometimes they work there, sometimes they have mental illness. So substance use, especially cannabis, a bit me produce was you be to having schizophrenia, mental illness. In case of schizophrenia, na dream no as split it. I'm watching you. And yeah, dream and so, but function of the brain. I hate to. They say on reality plus himself. That's a different person. They say many panic so can say nyame can che no. Omo display what TV so.
Okay.
So it's a kind of delusion. Because I'll be hallucinating. But it has a say your door so yeah, another drug to say met medicine so they say na basupa methamphetamine amount for a use super, and then they will tell you that it predisposes somebody to having mental illness. No, what can I be a mention is here? Or no, also no use cannabis or SHS. And we use cannabis and later on the red can home because of person say it counts with energy. Into the red can honey a day. After some time, no one's auditive voices on our dream. Yes, auditive voices. They say school no way, but on person because school view. And so once an intelligent guy that can be one of the best lawyers in Ghana would end up being what? Having these kind of mental illnesses. And now if you have schizophrenia, it takes a long time for you to come into contact with reality. Most of better, but even complying with the medications, and also be a different thing in the recovery process. So consequences also. Number one, mental illness. Number one. And a mental illness, because it's mental illness, now your occupation and everything, your social life is going to be mostly shattered because you are not going to suffer through stigma. And in this part of Ghana, the essence of we don't understand what mental illness is and what mental health is. And so that stigma part, as a what psychiatry internal say, it can even shatter so many dreams of yours because you are just coming to the place. So stigma, and then your education is going to be shattered family-wise. We won't say anybody who is using substance, we won't say the family no much. Everybody. And
those who would support you and those who stigmatize you.
Yes. So apart from that, we won't say family no better because it's like somebody wants to understand you in a family. Imagine your parents, and then your siblings. Now you're the only one smoking. Oh, sorry, I know if you demo. Like, let's be your father has dreams for you. Maybe or you have dreams yourself. And that's what you ask somebody who is so creative. So they know that this is your channel, but you are started smoking. And then when you start smoking, most times cannabis it gives you a kind of feeling, say you are everything of yours is under control. As a ubenya, that kind of feeling, so you are motivational. You are not motivated to do anything. So imagine a bright student in the family having this kind of family wants something for the person. Oh, just because you are smoking, you won't see it most times. You won't realize it. And so family wants to support you. They say, mother is saying something about you. Father is also saying that you're rejecting because that's why you're there. When you say you're in free family, some people have so much bright future, but because they are smoking, you can't help this kind of person, and the person is not seeing it. And now somebody in the family, into a very dysfunctional home. Now the family becomes a dysfunctional home, and a dysfunctional home, it's made the adjoining to because mother and father might be having conflict because their son is smoking and their daughter is smoking. Siblings are also ashamed of this person because number for yes. Or no more associating with it. So that kind of thing that comes into the family becomes so much. In the psychological school, no one say we give them so many names, but I can't say it because this is and to me and technical things. But because of those kind of dysfunctional families, it brings so much in the family, in the society.
And a loss of sika.
Yes.
Because to say the near bit me a ton for substance.
Yes. And most times so Obana may screening assessment maybe so say drugs now we then out here. Obeka say me online chat. Most of my clients Obeka say because who needs can find it when any year. Because you want a short way to get money. A shortest way. So either you are stealing from someone or you are doing cyber crime or something. Just to find it. Yes. Ubeton bibia.
Yes, you will be torn assassin. A drugs.
We can the car. The car, it was in Japade, we won't send a done bleeding so about beton. No, dear, yes, cancel you. And then don't ask from me. So, me na a school now, a school no colibu. Enti e honum na clients back no was shop wa boso kan enti maja boso kan say ha amazing enti the shop no Watonya nyama nyina o shop ni. To the sense that family no almost a whole story building to live on his own because most of them were outside the country. He nearly sold that story building too. And imagine Aboso can shop no. Ashe. Bibi enim also ton store no they come out be just not scanning so. Now he was pushing truck at Agbogboshi market.
Oh.
Yes. A whole owner of what? A shop. So substance use the effects are so much. And now the most serious thing is say the age group now more use substance no. They are the youth, young adults.
The productive age now.
Yes, productive age now. You say was say yedi ejuma na yedi ebo minor. Now they are the ones using. And then there is something about behavior. Now, when you are young, you have to learn how to cope with stress. Especially when you are an adolescent, you have to learn how to cope with stress. Whenever you learn how to use cannabis to cope with stress, you are not going to make it because stress is going to be part of our lives every time. And since that time now, you started with you are young. You think that anytime you have a heartbreak, you have to use cannabis to cool yourself. Anytime you have a heartbreak, get some sticks and then you are okay. Anytime there's somebody speaks to you anyhow, you want to use this. Anytime you want to argue, you want to use this. When do you build your personality? When you build your personality. And so when you start with that, we won't say in the long run, now you become addicted because you've exposed yourself at an early age to these drugs and then they change your brain makeup. It affects in the adults. Especially when you start at adolescent age.
Yes, Uncle Yechi, heart, so adolescent age, yeah, walking. I have a son or a daughter, or even a niece or a nephew, who be a menenity, and they busianum. A baby who said we are started to buy say. A tea and na I was here looking out for in your manner, and I'll say be a yekunum ye renum be me who say why are addicted to a substance. You bet me a buana menenya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for that question. Yeah, thank you for that question. Say I can say is start here. The first 2 stages. No, bet me jai with a little way. You know, most times you who want tema, you bet me solve it before you get to the addiction stage. Now, a bad day now just a rehab day at the end. And most times say, "Oh, person who be it is so much individualistic and I say person centered. You should know your son." And to know your son. So your son is this kind of person. They say all of a sudden he has changed. His dressing has changed. Most times my clients know because say wash the hoodie in the black, no wash the trousers so black. I say why no black, no wash the not the on with the P. And see it comes to the dressing. The dressing better sir. For somebody who used to be hygienic, they say no, o pie kran, o enjoy in front of him, one train is in front of him. All of a sudden no. All of a sudden, and now bones say no what in home if we obi our own smoky be home. They say now for now first this person used to be outgoing. Now the person is now picky with his friends. They say the friends or pay a kind of friend. So yes. So near around the bones and now what in home only be ending come because on pay any kind of conversation. Some of them are so smart. Me can't bet me I catch him say no. Say or smoking na ni be redder or no eye drop ho. Na third day obe use no e hye ne bag mu or ba obe space paint na on dey bia spray e hye ne bag mu say bibia so smoke wie ye na asan spray ne ho. Na asan de ko. So sometimes it is difficult to but you still say it say ni sika sem. Somebody who used not to ask so much money, they say no, sika bia anso ni di. He is still asking for so much. And then what friend send sika the next time na friend say truancy ewe school. What say they say no on school biom. Once our SHS, but also school they be oba biano only campus.
They output to a jumem.
They output to a jumem. It's your kohefa. And this kind of person and the grades. Sometimes the grades, this person is an A student. They say when we say what C, and that's why drop it to D, and find a home so. Also, we want to find home, but we India no. This person is not worried. The person is just reassuring you, say, don't worry, meet me. So all those things, especially with the grades, the truancy at work and school, and the sika same, and as they say, no, first, no, this person is respectful. They say, no, or me challenge you out of the blue. And you say, why you exposed to you, and now why you are spoken, but they say, no, person challenge you to the core. You, the breadwinner. They say respectfulness being in the subio. So you can see that the person has started something. You have to start investigating.
It may be ashtown, a branch be or say, dear Emma or call sunum dear okay. Say, the now for no, a dada, no ma, or car be share. O drew city room, the papa at work or born the papa night. The papa don't have a son. I dare say, bet me have a my board.
Yeah. It's not what I say bold. And we associate the use with boldness. Anytime we timid, be an obeka so that he becomes bold to face his patients. And when we're stopping in tema, most times they realize it and come back. Yes. So whenever we see it as parents in the house, as mothers, as fathers, as siblings, we shouldn't keep quiet.
Yes.
Yes.
You wait your eyes,
yes.
Or knew I know I in the room.
And that's all bit my catch and say obey. Open so searching the room.
Says are the opening.
It's a year die. So most times let's know how to depending under your roof. There should be a kind of parent. Are they not
violent? Don't they get violent?
No. So sometimes they get violent. But if you realize that kind of you can get somebody to into sibling back one can not more say maybe this person the second born, so your first born, maybe the father is also around. The top you're touching there. Then yes, we when into no water 30 no near day. You can do that. You can also do investigations. It's over BCB and the number for no. Like ask around. Sometimes once or be bit me I can't say me once I yes, don't just brush it away. Me client me office one day na. You refer back free or name or mama buy. Say, ne headmaster say, "O ma so den do do school mo nti na on be check o mo junso." Nti mo say check o mo junso say nti be check o junso, we can see the substances you take. Nti no, time na was o mo ba hospital no mo amma because number ni is smart. Me sure guy ni is very smart nti one ma. Na when so no ma for some time no. Engine. Yes. Nti on by say about some time later. So on by me check na be nim. But me kona guy ne ko gina baby na me bisa na nti oh who say me hu dia o ye nana or say I me su any okay me su be but enye de bia nti wo ma na me yesu na me say okay nti we no because it's confidential no mean to me can chane ma me say ni say e no use nti me can ma me say on fa na into form because on hwe ne ba no aha nti and I'm catch guy ne say anything no on contact me but the mother no me say on fa na into form ne ba na told me blank said so far as there's nothing in the Johnson the ban until me jano. I'm still okay.
The guy never contacted you again.
So I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Yes. Because my doors are always open. Yes.
Enti bibi o ha bepe nkoma ye di nyina bibi o ha bepe se wo de beka ho. Na afi wi a na mo kira kwan if mo betimi agya mo number.
Okay. Okay. The person they can only say.
In fact, then the focus for May.
Yes.
Is there activities be more apart from media sensitization?
Okay. Yeah. And for me, no, your activities be yeah mental health school. About next week. And no more case this week or next week. I'll get the date and then.
Okay.
So we are going to do mental health school. Until we back on we're going to get in touch with the art therapist, and see, you're going to pay something small and then just be part of it. We'll be having some art classes near there.
Because the mental health, you see, is free.
Free.
Mental health is free.
And free. So it's supposed to be, but it has not materialized. And now because we are under Confanochi Teaching Hospital, it's a teaching hospital.
Matthias, yeah.
So we can't get that. Yes. And see. Mental health school. You come there and come and do some artwork.
Okay.
Know how to manage your stress. Bon say resource persons be now my back on doctors and nurses be one ma a bear program no program na some small shops being so cost near there, exposure near there or no. Everybody's invited. And I better a float. I think the date is also not in my mind. You better float and so I'm saying next week. Yes, so because before the month ends, we have so many things in store for the mental health. And our team is what moving from awareness to action. They say we know so many things, but let's not put it to action. Yes, so let's start. How we are discussing about substance use this year. When you see somebody in it, start what? Telling the person something, because you don't know when somebody is going to give a consent to what? Follow you to somewhere. Yes. And then our numbers will be made available. And so call us, come around. There are so many people that are coming out of addiction. Most will be on to me MBA school, but to start they say we do level 400. Or baby school. Otherwise, I won't send the panel on to me in school crime because level 200 and person jai. But I say no, yeah, one panama or level 400. So we are still making a great impact. Some people are organized with their families and all that. It's me a boom any idea. So substance use encompasses so many things. And the never be brave at the brain. But when we start early intervention, early recovery. Yes. So thank you very much. And thank you very much for this platform too. Yes, we are so appreciative. Yes. Thank you.
Enti obi here mo omra konfanoche.
Pacho ai. Enti omra konfanoche teaching hospital ye ben. So for ye hono me was sobriety school.
The Friday?
Sobriety school.
Sobriety?
Yes, sobriety school. Okay. Hono na share substance abuse ni sanya menya. Ye was sobriety school. Nti oba konfanoche ye ben emergency hona. E wo female ward on psychiatric female ward. So pa bra psychiatric female ward on. Ba o ka se ope sobriety school a ubenya obi amna director wa hono.
And now almost stigmatize and because they have conditions to say and now or call for psychiatric evaluation. What will you tell them? So
I would like to say that nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. And a mental illness, because I started by saying that BBI is connected to mental illness. Everyone will say you have hypertension, but you can't yourself stress level or shoulder into the bra. Now, psychologist. So anybody coming to the place has a little problem or the other. The pregnancy, it was uneventful, but the problem about buying so and as or no or peripheral psychosis. After just and nobody knows how it even came about. And so you don't even know how you're going to end up there. So don't stigmatize anybody you
thinking
see there.
That a mental illness say
yes. So for dubone Debbie. Obi ba hono mo hu say nkran hono say na nkran we so mo ko fa no bone say no. And I say ma we a broken heart Debbie. And ma kan the broken heart kan de tra.
Are there infants and kolanketo
a
ages where say.
So as little as 5 years.
No.
It's because sometimes intellectual disabilities. Okay. Psychiatry hono. Okay. No, just say some 1 or 2 be ebi wono na neti entumi anya kese oba for assessment because of person called special school. Also oba for assessment ni ade it was so the speech na delayed. Wakon speech therapist but so obi wo hono ma o kire nkwa how to parents how to help their kids to learn mama dada sanya manya no ye obi wo hono ma o kire mo sanya man so all those things no dada.
Oh, okay.
A hot at that. It will be one a Juma no baby Juma, Sanko for no show because and as I say, no crab be one of my own to me casa, or 4 years going to me casa. Just because our chef phone so sa Eddie Diago will face something or Casate set toys no. On to me nipan ending como. And to those things the same, so I start to Emba hospital hop because now that's what the parents think that
Colana Bugame
ABCD. Aye.
Wow.
Yes. And it was in the speech.
Mental health is serious.
So, and I say anything in the brain is mental health. Anything in the brain.
And minimum be a onya accident. The who you know are affected to say Accra Road also called by bus. ɔbɛkɔ Accra deɛ na yɛ flight because onya accident nkurɔfoɔ wuwuiɛ at a point no otie a sɛbi obi a ɔdi kyɛ sɛ the trauma no.
Yes. And I know your PTSD. It's in a post-traumatic stress disorder. Or go through some kind of trauma more into want to mean faith is a reality. I was also born psychologist. Your therapist be a you didn't be film.
Me say this is my baby because since 2013 I mean accident. Me teaming driving.
Yes. And see, there will be some therapists more. Then when we say what you are saying is not the case. And I say, I dream you have to unlearn it. You have to do some reframing. And was say some baby, and see when you are able to overcome sad money you are able to live your life. But still now, and yes, me buy and I 1, 2, 3 me what to me. It's not my phone best on my therapist. Sometimes it takes about 6 months. Sometimes nothing. I want no therapist. Drink down because it has now affected how you now think and how you see things, and so it takes some time to stop that. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Asetra power with akoto mansani Depriving May mental health month and Confanoche teaching hospital the psychiatry department omo media sensitization. There's a whole media page omo siki for platforms to say every year me will radio so near I do that with Dr. Pearl Edunya, and there was another gentleman be maybe about radio so I just say now a very just like Mary any abonko mobibre and yeah Mary can meaning say 5-year-old be creating a mental health condition and yes wafa bibi wanu bibi anayi but be an game wa oboa ne ade no etimi enti yetimi kan sem ni nyina wa ha bibi hiao bibi kire wa adwene a okọ Confanoche teaching hospital a omo ben kofo emergency omo I think they left omo obetimi akọ na oni omo akodidi nkomo ebi kra se de wa adwene ye ono na enye saa na etie enti that is it me da asese woje emre ehwe asetrapa proudly sponsored by Veronica Kumasi de Nyame 020-036-9876 and Coral Home 053-021-7766. Keche Clothing 0245-115-546. Erabakwe 0244-606-500. My team, Ray Studio Production, Eliano Ferrer, Frank, Mike, Desmond, Ray, all of them. And that Parker Senior Mecha Arthur, so Eka Mimi production team neho. I ono aso ne driver or the by I ain't Eda se woje mre ehwe yamenka ho.